everybody. This is just going to be a quick disproof of the Riemann hypothesis. So I want to start by bringing up a kind of well-known and widely accepted equation, which is this one. The addition of all positive integers equals minus the 12th. If you want to see the proof of this, there's a really good number file video you can check out. But this result shows up in physics. It looks really weird. It doesn't make any sense. Because if we think about numbers just like on a line, like if we start at 0, there's negative, there's positive. Like this 1, this minus 1. And if we add up everything going to the right, how could we eventually end up on the left? That's not possible. Well, there is a way to think about this that does make sense. It's a little weird trying to think about infinity, but if instead of thinking of numbers as a line, we thought of more like a circle, like this, at 0. And this would be positive and negative. Instead of meeting at 0 on the other side, I actually meet here at minus a 12th. Now, this isn't to say that like positive numbers eventually get so big that it just becomes negative. This actually means that positive infinity would be right here. And negative infinity would be here. Now, if we draw the conclusion from this guy that every positive real solution to the Riemann hypothesis on the critical strip, every 0 on the critical strip, also adds up to negative a 12th, we could look at a similar circle but relating to the Riemann hypothesis like this. If this is if the 0 is the pole and like the trivial zeros, and if you think about numbers the same way, I guess we'd see that let's say S is any solution to or any 0 for Riemann hypothesis. And we're testing, everything as much as possible this way, and the negative ones as well. If this is like negative 112s, and let's say 0 is right here, this is like infinity s, minus infinity s. There's a region right here that we wouldn't be able to test, because if we just keep going up and up and up, like we just keep getting higher and higher primes to see if we can find anything that doesn't work. But for that, you could also imagine this as just every positive prime going towards infinity and whatnot. Eventually we'll get to this point here where we can't test the numbers. Like we couldn't even see if it was a 0 or not. So because of that, there's this region that's untestable. There's like a field of numbers we can't even get to. We can't prove it to be true. And so because we can't dip into imaginary numbers in the same way, there's just some solutions that we couldn't even test, and so therefore we can't prove it, because we can't go into the imaginary world as well, so therefore it's false.